Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be late.
It's something I've been trying to manifest.
All I gotta say is just put it in the universe.
I wish there was a picture.
Lift it up to God.
I want a picture.
It's overwhelming, but I'm so stinking excited.
Okay, let's see if these clothes are done. So I wash my dad's clothes every week for him at his rehabilitation center. He's doing pretty good, y'all. Hopefully just a couple more weeks of intense therapy and he'll be back home. But today's a big day. 10 o'clock I got a big meeting and I can't wait. So hopefully I get to share with y'all the big secret. It's something I've been trying to manifest for a while. So I can't wait to share it with y'all. Super exciting. It's exciting, isn't it, Shady? I don't know if y'all noticed that everywhere I go, little Miss Sadie Mae is with me. She's very well behaved, very good. Most of the time, she goes with me to the Antique Corner Mall and she just lays there with me. She'll just sit on the floor, follow me around. Don't have to have her on a leash. She loves it when people come by and rubs her. She hates being by herself alone. She tears up stuff when she's alone. And this a lot of separation anxiety. She's a rescue dog, but she was rescued, we think, over 8 or 9 years ago. But I don't know if dogs just retain stuff longer, but I heard they didn't. But I don't know if it stems from her being left by her first family at a shelter or what she went through, but she hates to be by herself. As long as she's with another human, she's good to go. She gets anxious if she knows when I'm getting ready to leave, and she will just be like glue on my leg, but she doesn't want me to leave her. It's kind of sad. So she rides good. She'll sit in the truck for hours if she has to. She's fine in the truck because I guess she knows you're coming back regardless and that you're going to be going home. So she's good just to wait in the vehicle, but not good in a big house. And I've done the crate. I tried to crate her a couple times, and she's got like a little bed, a little cushion inside her crate. It's a metal crate. She's got a little cushion inside of it. She started ripping it apart, tearing the stuffing out. But anyway, I'm excited, y'all. 10 a.m. big meeting. Can't wait. Today's the big reveal.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be late. I always lose track of time. Got me a library card. It's a $35 book, and I didn't want to buy a book that I'm not sure a picture is going to be in it that I'm wanting to find. I got this book. It's called Weaving the Heart Threads of a Mill Village, Rhodhiss, North Carolina. I'm super excited about this. It's a mill town, and a long time ago I never followed up, but I did a video of my daughter owns a mill house in Rhodhiss. I did a whole bunch of fixing up there. I need to show those videos. I just never did. The mill villages are so freaking interesting. Both my mom and dad came from mill villages that were kind of right beside each other. One is in Saxbahal, North Carolina, and the other one is in Swepsonville, and they were very close to each other, like within 10 to 14 miles apart. Mill villages, it was so interesting. Like, it was such a sense of community back then. I mean, everyone worked for the mill. I know there's some, bad things about it, but, those mills built towns. They built towns, a whole little community, and everybody, your whole family and all your friends and everything lived right there together in that village. And you had a store that you shopped at. It would be the mill store. And anyway, it was just very interesting. So Rhodhiss is just like that. I'm not from this area. I'm from the Saxbahal, Swepsonville area. It's so interesting. And I'm trying to see if there's a picture of something in here. This is the section where they talk about other businesses. Okay, here we go, page 50. Oh, I just found something. Okay, within the city limits, no other store was allowed to be a competitor. In fear of competing with the company store, they wouldn't allow any other stores within. Giant orchard on all the land from the store on both sides of the road to Duke Power Road. I think that's Duke Street. Many people ran business out of this building before Joe Church did. Talking about Joe Church's store, it used to be an old wooden building that sat there, and they had rooms upstairs that they rented. Downstairs was groceries, and built a building over there to run a grocery store. The original store was torn down. Shortly after it was torn down, Joe and Thelma built the store back in brick at the same location, but the store was moved farther from the road. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is it. I wish there was a picture. I want a picture. I'm pretty sure they're talking about what I am interested in right here. So let's go for a ride. So this was plant number 2, and it was built later in 1912, and it's on the Burke County side of the river. It was built later. Now over here on the Caldwell side, over here is where the first plant was built. And it was built in, they think it was like 1901, 02, somewhere in there. But the company store and the post office hall, I think, resided right down there. These are old mill houses, and my daughter has one of them. And these things have been around for a long time. In Saxbahal, where my mom grew up, they converted it into businesses and into housing. So they got these really cool loft apartments and stuff that they've converted it. And they're always right on a river. I don't know if y'all know that, but they use that as power. And they probably also dump their waste into it. They use the water of the river for lots of things. And so it's a beautiful little area. Saxbahal is really cool. And when we had my mom's memorial, I actually ended up renting a little house there. And a couple of my friends stayed with me. And it ended up being just like 2 houses down from where my dad's house in Swepsonville, where he grew up and his whole family and stuff. So it's really just cool history. The mill towns, the whole town was built around the mill. The mill built the town around the business, and the people worked for them, and they had the company store, and you were owned by the company basically. But even though it sounds horrible, it actually was very close knit and a lot of community, and you lived close together and everybody helped each other out. All the kids had lots of people to play with, and they just ran around and farmed. And even though it was in the town, they farmed and stuff. And my dad has the craziest stories that he tells me about them having cows and horses, and they were in town. It was crazy. And they didn't own the land. I guess the actual mill owned lots of the land all around it, so they would just let him use it. I thought I had heard a long time ago that they were going to turn that into apartments or townhouses or something like that. And that would have been so cool. That would have been a really cool thing. Welcome to Wendy's workshop. I bought a building. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. This is the surprise, y'all. I bought a building. This is my new workshop. Yep. Put it in the universe. Me and Sadie are gonna go in here and show y'all about it. Come on, girl. So I wanted to give y'all a preview of my new workshop. This is the surprise. This was the big thing. Today I closed on this building, and this building is got some history to it. It's got a little bit of history, and it's a concrete and brick building. And anyway, y'all can see it's got metal beams and old rafters, exposed ceiling. And this is the side that I'm going to be working on. The other side can also open up a bay. It's very dark in here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it all, but this side is I'm renting out for storage right away. The previous owner needs a little bit of time to get all of their stuff out, so I'm renting that out. But this side right here is going to be where I can organize all my junk and do projects. I'm so stinking excited. I can't stand it. I really can't stand it. I am so excited and feel blessed. There's a lot of stuff left on this side that I am going to donate to Habitat for Humanity. Some of it I may redo and use in here or resell. The previous owner was a house flipper back in the day. He has since retired, and he has a lot of stuff left over. Golly, this road is loud. That's crazy. It's very rough. I have no electricity, no heat, no water at the moment. There is a water hookup, which it's coming. And then electricity. I got to get an electrician here. I don't know if y'all know this, but it's hard to get an electrician or a plumber, either one. But soon to get all of that. I'm so stinking excited. It's hard to see the whole place, but I went today and got a book from the library. It's the history of Rhodhiss. This building is actually right on the outside city limits of Rhodhiss. It's been annexed by Granite Falls, but Granite's like a mile that way, and Rhodhiss is a stone's throw right there. But from what I've gathered so far, I think this building used to be, back in the day, a mercantile grocery store. It probably had clothes, house furniture, and mostly groceries. And there was a company store attached with the mill. And if there could not be any other competing business within the Rhodhiss city limits. So right outside the city limits, you could have a business. And people could walk here. Right there's the little mill town. I mean, it's literally, you can walk to it very easily. And apparently there was 3 or 4 little stores just like this in this area. And if you can think about it, there was no Walmart, there was no Winn-Dixie, Lowe's Foods, or anything like that back then. They solely depended on the company store in little stores like this. And anyway, I want to learn a lot more history about it. I think the original store was further over, and they made them knock it down. I think, not eminent domain, but they probably paid them
money and they knocked it down, and then they rebuilt this building a little bit later off the road, even though we were very close to the road, and that's why you hear all those cars going by. It's very loud and a lot of traffic comes through here. It's going to be my workshop. I cannot believe it happened this fast. All I got to say is just put it in the universe, lift it up to God, and just see what the magic happens. This is it, y'all. This is it. It's pretty big. It's just the coolest thing ever. I love it. I'm so excited to have it. It's a very, very sturdy building. You see the metal beams. And I think there used to be a little furniture store right beside it, and it burnt down, but it was stick built. This is masonry, so this did not burn down. I think a little bit of damage happened up in the attic, but that has been since fixed. Anyway, I'm just super stoked. I'm waiting for the electrician and can't wait to get started. So this is what I have been holding off on telling you guys. Lots of dreams here, and one day this might open up into a store, but for now it's just it's Wendy's workshop. And I basically want to set this up so that I can work on projects and paint furniture and have all my equipment and stuff. So this is only one half of the building. I'll go down and show you downstairs. It's about 2,400 square feet altogether. I've got a basement as well. But for now, it's going to be, just got to get it cleaned up. So I'm going to start moving all my stuff from storage and organizing it and bringing it over here. And there's probably going to be a lot of projects just getting this place fixed up. But I have a vision in my head of how I want it to be. And anyway, I'm pretty stoked about it. And I can slowly do it, not worry about it. I'm so stinking excited for the exterior and the interior. But it's going to be a slow growth. I don't have any money. I spent all of my money on the building, plus had to borrow a little bit. So it'll be a lot of repurposing and using materials I already have of things I want to do. And that's my favorite thing anyway. Biggest expense probably is going to be getting the electricity and the water. And then I got to worry about getting, it's very cold in here. It was cold this morning, so it holds that temperature. After I get my electricity and water, then I'll worry about getting heat and air in here. But for now, I am so excited. You just don't know. Okay, let me show you the basement. So here's the second bay. And then this goes down to the basement here. That is what we consider a meal house. All right, Sadie. This is one of the rooms. As you can tell, it is crazy. It's a mess. It is a mess, total mess. The previous owner said that this was little shops underneath here at one time, and this was a beauty shop at one time. I could totally see that. But it's got a lot of work that needs to be done, y'all. It smells very musky. I think we do probably have some water infiltration down here. So yeah, don't let us get locked in, Sadie. So anyway, it looks like the bathroom can go right there. My son would love for him to be able to have a little apartment down here at one time, but it's low ceilings. It's at least 7.5 feet, I think. So it's not too bad. Let's go see the other ones. One is going to be really dark in here probably. And there's some cool old stuff in here. And it looks like somebody had started trying to make something in here. And there's an opening to the other side of that one. But it's crazy, y'all. But lots of potential. Some good looking wood.
Lots of potential. These look like they used to be pocket doors. They're very big. I might could use those upstairs. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Anyway, it's overwhelming but exciting at the same time. Look at that sink. Yeah, that's a cool sink. Might need to reuse that some way. There's so much traffic. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this was the big surprise, y'all. Wendy got a workshop. So it makes sense now, Wendy's workshop, right? I hope y'all can come along with me. Still working on that Airbnb. This place is back burner. It's mostly going to be storage until I can get everything else done. But at least now I can at least have a place I can go work on stuff and put my junk and get it sorted. So, ta-da, y'all. I love it. It's very rustic. I'm very interested in the history of this place. I'm hoping one day when I was here talking to the owner right before I bought it, some of the family that was people that were connected to the first people who owned it as a grocery store came in, and so I hope they'll come by again and talk to me about it. I asked the guy I bought it from if he remembered the last names, and he couldn't remember. So anyway, I'm excited, y'all. Sadie, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Such a good girl. All right, we're gonna lock it up and go home, call it a day. We went and visited Dad today, and he's doing good. Told him about buying the building and that we can't wait for him to get out so he can come help me do some work in it. So, all right, let's load up and go home. You ready to go home? Wanna go home? Yeah, let's go home.